Man, grand rising to the collective. Y'all know we back with another banger, another reaction. I appreciate everybody who been tapping in, running up, and subbing up. If you're new to the channel, please like, comment, subscribe. Hit that bell so you always notified whenever we drop them uploads. Y'all know we coming with about 4 videos every smooth 7, and this is for entertainment purposes as well. And when you like and comment and subscribe to the channel, helps collective grow, helps collective get bigger, helps more people who like this type of content tap in with this content. But even if you ain't subbed up and you just like coming to the channel for the vibes, the videos, whatever the case is, I appreciate you as well. I hope you having a smooth 7. But I wanted to ask everybody, and how y'all feeling today? Because we always got to be, you know, emotionally in line, emotionally intelligent. We got to know why we feeling the way we feeling. If you up, you got to know why you up. If you down, you got to know why you down. Once you figure out why, then you know how to fix it. If it needs to be fixed. But my uncle used to always tell me, you know your why, so you never get lost into what you're doing. You never got a question. You know why you're doing it. I know what it is, man. Let's get straight to the video, man. Let's go.
I'm going to take your souls. We have the power. We decide what's hot. If we don't go, nobody goes. If we don't support, nobody supports. We control what's cool. We control what's hot. We control what your kids listen to, what they dance to. We control what's in video games. We control how they wear their pants, sag their pants. We control everything.
Got points, but damn that beginning line.
Who turned themselves into animals.
Damn, we starting off with a bang. Diddy saying some wild ass shit as normal. Old girl turned herself to a horse, bruh. Bro turned himself to a tiger. The dude that turned himself to the damn dragon got me, bro. He blew me all the way away. This shit crazy. How y'all feeling, man? Like I said, I'm gonna try to be respectful. Even though I may not understand it, I'm gonna try to be respectful. But damn, what went through your mind to make you do that, bro? I love myself too much. Spam that up in the comments. You love yourself. Speak that positivity to yourself, man. But damn, I mean, they might love themselves too, just maybe differently than the way I love mine. I love mine more to change. I ain't changing no appearance. I'm sorry. If you feel like you have to, I respect it. I don't understand it, but I respect it.
Lives better. Look, because cutting our health care, taking away our freedom to control our bodies, the freedom to become a mother through IVF like I did, those...
Yo, stop that, bro. Come on. That was what his asshole looked like. I've capped about one thing on this entire podcast. What? Dude. Wait, the bird? You never said you guy. You I thought I made a joke about it. No. Did you go legs up or did you... Come on, bro. Yo, stop that, bro. Come on. That was what his asshole looked like.
These people, bro.
Okay, this is crazy. Look. Bro.
Matrix glitching, bro.
The thing the devil has to do before he kills you is kill your name. Then they can take flight on it. Long as he got the people, he's above ground. As soon as he don't have the people, that's a wrap.
So you may think this is a image from Yakutia or somewhere in northern Siberia, but this is actually Saudi Arabia. For the first time in recorded history, the desert in Saudi Arabia sees snow. So these camels are going, whoa, I've evolved past the snowy regions, what the Sam Dam's going on? While some people were stoked because usually it's so damn hot there and it was nice to have a change of temperature, this is very strange. Some are saying that it's nature, Mother Nature, changing its colors. Let me know your comments in the thoughts below. Why is it snowing in Saudi Arabia, and is this some sort of prophecy fulfilling?
Is it crazy of me to go ahead and say, like, when we see the weather change, climate changes, let's say if it's not man-made or manipulated, let's say it was let's just say it's the way nature's supposed to, you know, the evolution of nature. Let's just say it's that. I don't think it's a bad thing. I know some people might say, you know, they think it's a bad thing, but sometimes change is good. And when things is changing, like they say Antarctica is going green and the ice is starting to melt, and places like Saudi Arabia is normally dry, but it's starting to snow. Now, minus the floods and, you know, the extra catastrophical bullshit that we be seeing, minus that, but like just changes in the region. Like Sacramento, we don't get snow. But if it snows here, I think that'd be cool. It wouldn't make me scared. But let me know, cause is that weird to me to look at it from that perspective? Like, I'm looking at it as change is good sometimes. It's uncomfortable, but it's cool sometimes. But let me know if I'm reaching. How y'all feel about the clips before this? Hey, today's starting off with a bang, right? Let me know. I might be reaching. I don't know. I think it's starting off with a bang.
I'm trying to concentrate, but O'Neill's ring. Yeah, it is. It's very blatant. Can we get as close up on that ring? What is going on there? That's a ring of my profession. You don't know nothing about that. Okay, can we get a close up on that area? What is the profession? Yeah, which profession are we talking about? Let's look at it. Is it a legal profession? Of course it's legal. It's a legal my profession. It's too many diamonds. That's too bright. That's too bright. Well, anyway. Oh, Mason, are you a Mason? Of course I am. Okay.
Shaq 2.
This is one of the most well-known, top secret adult clubs, secret underground clubs in Las Vegas. If you know, you know. All of the elite party people know. You see those lights coming out of there? Now, if you know, once you open this door, there's no turning back. So, I didn't shave, so I'm not going to go in there, but you can kind of see the scuttlebutt. And it drops like an elevator into the most elite nightclub in Las Vegas. Everybody who knows knows. If you don't know, you're just not a part of it.
Let me tell y'all a true story. Be simple and watch this video to the end. Little Uzi, no you didn't. TikTok, this is for entertainment purposes only. Let's go. Guys, look! Look! They say that Little Uzi did this, guys, in New York City, Times Square. This is ridiculous, guys. Look. Now, you know what time is it, guys. Now, look. There's somebody coming down on that thing. I don't know if it's Little Uzi or if it's... Shut up! You know exactly what that is. They're preparing you. Stop playing with me, son. It's not a game, guys, and this is getting me upset. How is Little Uzi allowed to do this? Oh, we know how. That's the warm-up for the PBB that's coming. Stop playing with me, son. It's not a game, guys. And did you see his album cover? Come on. Shh. Shut up. You see what it is, guys. You know what it is. You still don't believe it? Well, I know. Let me tell you exactly what this is. Hold on. My secret source just told me that this is called lesser magic. Stop playing with me, son. It's not a game, guys, and I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. I tell you that much. You know what's going on out here, guys. They're showing you every single day, so they're preparing you. So when it's... Shut up! Stop playing with me, son. TikTok, this is for entertainment purposes only. I'm only talking about Lil Uzi and his album cover. It's not a game out here, guys. But I tell you one thing. If I'm ever out in Times Square and I see Lil Uzi do that shit and he lands...
Legend, I'ma shout him out. Make sure y'all go run him up if he's your cup of tea. Go run him up. Tell him I sent you, man. Tell him I'm a big fan. I'll reach out to him too. Let him know. Give him his flowers. But he ain't lying. I like how you referred to it. PPV. PBB. I like that. But it's predictive programming, man. They getting us prepared. I just hope it look as fake as it looked with that. When I first seen it, I was like, bro, ain't no way I'm bringing that to the channel. Then I started thinking about it, because when I seen it, it didn't have him talking. I seen the beginning pieces of him, of the UFO, and I was like, that look fake, bro. Why am I watching this? But Instagram got videos where a lot of the shit be fake ass UFOs in the sky. It be fake. It's crazy. I haven't seen it as much on TikTok, more so on Instagram. But I didn't want to bring that to the channel, but then I'm like, nah, you know what? Let me bring that here, and let me explain. I think it's fake, and I know a lot of y'all gonna think it's fake, but instead of us not talking about it because we knew it was fake, we should talk about it because they predicted programming us. So we should all just have that conversation now, so when that shit come in the sky, we automatically know, like, nah, bro, they playing with us. We gonna sit still. They plan gonna go to shit. Am I reaching? Spam it up.
So somebody want to explain to me how in the hell these buildings getting that rock. Now they gonna say, oh, they carved them in there. They carved them in there. What the f technology did they use to carve that shit in there if they carved it in there? Because I'm pretty sure the power drill wasn't invented back then, dog. 1000% sure it wasn't. And yet, you got these motherfucking buildings and this motherfucking rock. Huh? Explain to me that shit, dog. And how the hell did these get burnt and melted like that? Same shit, carved into the motherfucking rock. Or is it carved into the rock? Or is it a castle or a mansion or some shit? What did it to the rock to get the shit melted like that? Huh? Explain to me that shit. And how they even build the motherfucking anyway. How, dog? Because like I said in the other, they didn't have no power drills back then to even attempt to do some shit like this. What did they use to do that? And how the f did the shit melt, dog? How? Explain. And how the f they got a whole village on top of a motherfucking petrified tree stump? That is a petrified tree stump, dog. With a whole village on top of that motherfucker. How, dog? How they do that? How the f they do that, dog? I needs to know now, dog. And look at this shit. More shit carved on top of another petrified tree stump. That motherfucker petrified. How they do that shit? How they do that shit, dog? Huh? Explain. People want to act like they founded some shit. Yeah, you got it. You found it. Because it was already motherfucking there, dog. I want to know how in the f they was able to carve this shit into that motherfucking rock like that without power drills. There's no motherfucking way. And who melted the shit? Who melted the infrastructure, dog? There's a lot of things we don't know about this world, and they don't want to tell us a motherfucking thing, but I want to know how this shit happened. Because it had to have been a motherfucking reset, dog. Yes, it had to be. And buildings like this, whatever the f is found all over the world. All over the world, dog. It ain't just in one place. It's every motherfucking where. And I needs to know. Because I'm intrigued. And I've been talking about this shit for some time now. I need to know how this happened and what occurred and how they were able to even build this shit and how the it melt, dog. I need to know. Peace.
I wish we could go back to when things was built like that. The experience of living would be so much better for everyone. Everybody would feel like they in paradise. Some people still have some shit to complain about. See, that just brings me to that point where I say we stronger together than we're stronger together than apart. And sometimes when we side with different parties, different things, different ideologies, and we war with each other, it's a distraction, bro. Because like he just said, if things like that is happening all over the world and we realizing that they lied about a lot of things, then I think that there's a bigger issue at hand, and there's somebody who got their hand in on all of this, and they just watching us go at each other so that we never go at them, to take them out of position, so the world can be how it's supposed to be. Happiness, peaceful, everybody care for each other, love, respect. It's not so much materialistic, going to war, negativity, distractions, vibrating low. Once we realize that, their position is screwed. But that's the part we don't really understand. Just think, last week we got into it. Different people got into it with each other based off what one believes and what one doesn't believe. Two different colors went at each other. I've seen countless videos of people fighting with each other over that. When somebody controlling this whole shit, been controlling this whole shit, and maybe they controlling that shit too to keep you distracted. I'm just asking questions here. I'm saying what ifs. Not saying it is, not saying it's not. This is for entertainment purposes. Y'all let me know if I'm reaching though.
Syrian stairwell. Located in Building 7, one of the first structures put up when RIT made the move from downtown Rochester to suburban Henrietta. The stairwell, designed by Filipino architect Rafael Nelson of Aganda, was built in 1968 and has been wowing RIT students ever since.
Keep walking, hit the top.
Rosie! What are you doing here?
How is that possible, bro?
Anyone who solves how this stairwell works is above normal IQ and can solve things no normal person can. Watch until the end, because this challenge is very confusing.
Located in Building 7, one of the first structures put up when RIT made the move from downtown Rochester to suburban Henrietta. The stairwell, designed by Filipino architect Rafael Nelson of Aganda, was built in 1968 and has been wowing RIT students ever since.
Keep walking, hit the top.
Rosie! What are you doing here?
So can you solve it?
That's gonna piss me off, man.
Internet traffic is fake, and all of this is coming from Chinese phone farms. So the people that you're arguing online with about different things such as politics and city rules, well, it's all fake, and it's probably just a robot. These phone farms usually have tens of thousands of phones that are connected to one computer that's controlling all of them. The way it works is that the people who run this typically take the batteries out of all these phones and then connect all the motherboards together in order to monitor it on one computer. And then with the use of AI, they're able to generate responses across social media, making it seem like they're coming from a real person when in fact it's just one big computer. I don't think you guys understand how sophisticated this actually is, because each phone represents one person, but yet it's all connected to one computer that literally controls all of them. 1/3 of all internet traffic is fake.
The Bible makes it clear when you argue with a fool, you become just like them. It's best just to be the bigger person, move in wisdom, and walk away. People don't even understand they're arguing with AIs nowadays.
Speaking of that, I know I tell y'all a lot of the time some people be in the comments like going crazy. So somebody had said some wild shit. Now y'all remember when the video came, when I had to take the video down? Now y'all remember when the video got taken down? Because it didn't fit guidelines, right? So it got taken down. And I put in the community tab. I'm going to repost that video with some of it taken out. And I'm going to go ahead and repost another video later for those who already saw this video that got taken down. I said that in the video. Now I had a few people say that they had they watched this already. I was like, you gotta check the intro. Hashed it out. Cool. They my peoples. One person in particular decides to get a little bit disrespectful. And I had a little attitude right back. Shit, I'm matching the energy. I'm not about to let you talk crazy. I don't give a damn where you at. Yes, what is it? A couple videos ago, I just had talked about we were being respectful to one another, right? Now, I know this person ain't no fake-ass bot because I actually had to go hit their page and go see. Yeah, I seen their whole page. They videos, everything, the shorts. They only had shorts on their page. And her name is Demon Seed. That's the name of the, that's the person. So you see that person in the comments, you gotta apply pressure. So she said that I'm not practicing what I preach by showing respect, because she commented one time and I wasn't respectful. What I got from it was a Karen who was sitting there trying to say, oh, why do you keep reposting videos that you already reposted? Just some negative shit. Just like, what? As if I didn't put it in the community tab. As if I didn't say it in the video. And said that they're going to go to another person. So I said, I think it's better you go watch somebody else. I don't need that type of energy. The hell you thought this was? Like, bro, move around. I told you what it was. I posted this video. It got taken down. For those who didn't get to see it, I'm going to repost it again. She turned around and said that. So I was being disrespectful with that comment. Well, so be it. It is what it is. I wasn't being disrespectful. I just called you out on your bullshit and you tried to play victim because you got called out. That's some Karen shit. Move around. Then I seen the name, Demon Seed. Now, that was a real person. They had their family up on there. I think before people talk crazy. But yeah, so I pretty much wasn't coming across no bot on that one. That was a real person. Again, just vibrating a little too low. Now, I was all love and I wish that person a smooth 7, but you're not going to talk crazy. That's what you're not going to do. But I shouldn't give it no more energy. I should have just went the other way. But I had to, sometimes you got to let a person know and put them in a place. Let me know if I was reaching.
Definitely not something you see every day. A duende in the clutches of a cat. This happened in Ecuador and is actually very impressive footage. Pay close attention to the duende, pixie, fairy, little creature as it fights to free itself from the cat. Unfortunately, the cat broke the creature's arm and damaged its leg. But this brave little creature manages to break free from the cat and fly off at incredible speed. Watch this.
How you know it broke the leg and foot though?
哇，它太亮了，好漂亮！正口，哇，是个正口，好漂亮，好大。
Oh, that's dope. Yeah, that's dope.
Photos with disturbing backstories. This is Mark Jackson's real basketball card. The Menendez brothers are present after they murdered their parents and used their money to come to this game, praying for a teammate that was murdered. The killer was present.
Damn! Y'all remember them brothers though, right? Y'all seen that Netflix series?
Have you guys heard about Omar Odavi? This is him on this chair. Scientists are trying to study his blood type and the metal content in his blood, because for whatever reason he attracts sea life. They don't know if it's mercury, because he does have a high mercury count in his blood, but whenever he gets close to the ocean, animals are automatically attracted to him. They don't know if it's the magnetic field, they don't know what it is, but you can see here they were trying to do a control group study where there was another guy that went on the beach in this chair and nothing came, and he sits and all these sharks come, and you can see that there's some stingrays in there. It's quite incredible. I wish that, part of me wishes that I had this ability, but it does come with its downside. He has really poor circulation to his hands and his feet, so he constantly has to have them warmed and have heat pads on them, and Everest is out of the question because they would freeze off right away, but quite cool.
Jimmy Kimmel started crying. You know more about this.
Oh, that was crazy.
Like, I don't know anything. I didn't even know he cried on television.
So, alright.
What's the theory?
So this is just the theory. This is just the theory. But Jimmy Kimmel, he pretty much started crying on top. Okay, before I start, I just want to say we're Canadian. We don't care about politics.
Yeah, we don't.
We're Canadian,
Yeah,
like, we don't really care.
Yeah, we're dealing with our own shit down here.
We're just watching what y'all are up to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But Jimmy Kimmel, he pretty much put like a statement out, and he's like upset with Trump being president, right?
Okay, yeah.
And he's crying. He's crying, feel me? And he was like, yo, like, this is gonna be terrible for America, blah, blah. He's shedding tears and shit.
Yeah.
But check this out. I looked at the comments of the video. Everybody in the comments is saying, yo, he's probably crying because he knows he's gonna go to jail now.
Mm-hmm. And why?
Because theory, or not even theory, but what people are saying is they're gonna release like the whole Epstein list and pretty much crack down on everybody that was meant to be in trouble.
Yep.
Because we still haven't got the names of everyone that was there that should be charged with trafficking and all of those terrible crimes, right?
You can tell when somebody knows that they're about to be exposed. Like,
it's either like he really cared that much about, or like he was actually gonna be in trouble. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
If I was gonna go to jail, I would probably cry too. I would cry too. So,
fuck, thank God,
but who knows though?
There was a video this morning of a girl running, screaming, saying that she's hearing screams from shipping containers. So we're demanding that shipping containers be opened. Open all the shipping containers. We are in a very, very important day today, 1/1/11. It's a manifestation day. Can we manifest the end of human trafficking? Everybody get on this trend. Hashtag open the shipping containers. We're done with human trafficking and we are going to manifest the end of it. Let's do this. This is an important mission. Forget about the liberals who are shaving their heads and wearing blue bracelets. Let's focus the energy on something important like ending human trafficking.
So, yeah, I did keep diving down the shipping containers because I got a few people who keep saying that it's not real. Well, I got some shit that's gonna go ahead and prove that all wrong, what you said or what they may be saying. But how y'all feel about the stingray and the sharks come in the ocean? That's a dope trait to have, but it's come with his downfall. He just said he got to constantly circulation bad in his hands and his feet. So you got to constantly keep those warm with hand warmers and stuff like that. So I wonder, like, because he said Everest, Mount Everest is out the question. But I wonder if all snow, like snowy areas or just cold weather in general is bad for him. I would want to know more about that. I'm just curious. Like me, I'm just curious. I just want to know. But how y'all feeling? And the Jimmy Kimmel and the Epstein list, it's a lot of names on that damn list, bro. But he say they from Canada, they live in Canada. I've been thinking about moving up there, but that's neither here nor there. How y'all feel about that clip though? And to my Canadians, how would y'all feel bringing QHF up to Canada? Spam it up, let me know. Shipping containers, they on the way. Trigger warning if anybody is gonna be triggered by that. Just letting y'all know ahead of time. But here we go. Shipping containers, let's go.
Pork! These people
people said. There's nobody talking about it, so it ain't true.
Staff here at the port became aware of screaming and banging coming from a container.
They're saying they heard children screaming inside of shipping containers.
God, port! There's people screaming there every night. I've heard it for myself. The city's trying to cover it up, trying to get everybody out of here because they know there's people in the
Found the trailers with a body outside and several that they could visibly see inside once the doors were opened.
35 patients were found in the container when we first arrived.
You don't end up with 35 people in a container for no reason.
So we sent the truck out to pick up the container.
Police say they found 39 bodies inside the container truck.
The court's paperwork is giving us a better idea of what exactly happened in those shipping containers.
We hope that those responsible for putting these people in such humane conditions are prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law.
Not enough proof?
Open the shipping containers. Hey y'all, let's talk about something that's shown up on my FYP for the last 12 to 24 hours. It's really gone viral, if you will. Open the shipping containers. So apparently in Crab Park in Vancouver, there was a woman that was screaming that she had heard, she was going up and down the neighborhood, telling them she heard voices from the shipping containers at the port. And I found it really interesting because, you know, I go to Google and I research the news. But when you research Crab Park in Vancouver, all it talks about is ejecting the homeless population. So it's a diversion. But these videos have become really, really prevalent over the last 12 hours. If you search the hashtag, there are a lot of videos. But maybe things are coming really, really close. Who knows? Let me know what y'all think about it.
Hey, keep that girl safe too, cause y'all know how that shit can get hurt.
Okay, let's see if I can get a video of this discovery. I need it to focus though.
Let me get this straight. Over the last 24 hours, I've had a lot of things come across my feed that have troubled me, and it affected my sleep last night. From things floating in a bottle of Mountain Dew in the bottom of the bottles. This is PepsiCo. I'm going to link these all together here in just a few seconds. There was a hurricane that switched 90 degrees and is heading directly towards a totally different area than the trajectory had it, which is, that's not rare or anything. Also, there was a young lady that was in complete distress, screaming. They're screaming. There's people in them containers. Now, I did some research on the companies that are associated with the ports of call where these shipping containers are coming in and going out. I did some research on that. I'm going to link all this together in just a second. And then I seen a video about a warehouse and a account where funds were in, where the locks were changed and the account was stripped dry. All of the merchandise, thousands of dollars worth of merchandise and tens of thousands of dollars worth of coin, money, was just gone, vanished, stolen. And then I see where a certain three-letter organization was coming in, and this might not be the same in every single area, but I've seen a lot more than just 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 different people. And I could tell by their faces there was something distressed. They were distressed. Coming in saying that these were unsafe living conditions for these children. In the path of that hurricane, the new path, it just so happens that there is an lithium, lithium mine, white gold. Now, when I started looking up these companies like PepsiCo and the different companies that were associated with the shipping containers, the shipping companies, and then I looked up the different white gold mines, The same 3 companies kept popping up. We know who they are. We're not seeing a pattern or anything, are we? BlackRock, State Street, and Vanguard. I'm not saying that something, sinister or diabolical is happening here. And we're not seeing a pattern, are we? Asking for a friend, of course.
These are really showing up in people's backyards. I can't make this shit up. If y'all don't get these mother monkeys, wrap that shit the up. What type of mother time is y'all on? Don't nobody got time to be worried about no monkeys showing up in their goddamn backyard. And then, instead of it being 40, like y'all had reported, come to find out people are saying that it's 43. How many monkeys is missing? And how is these for real showing up in people's backyards? Y'all didn't have no trackers on these motherfuckers? Y'all track everything else?
Ever in my life. My brother went to it.
What the fuck?
That monkey's gonna come kill us, Mama.
If y'all don't come get these motherfucking monkeys.
Your daddy taking pictures. Oh my god.
You're saying that NASA figured out they're kind of these hard resets.
Exactly.
Maybe we're headed towards one right now.
And in order
they're
to
hiding it.
And in order to cover it up, they blocked all knowledge of the binary star companion so that that whole cycle would not be understood.
That's insane.
If governments knew about a giant asteroid coming towards the Earth or a comet, would they tell everybody? Widespread panic, complete society collapsing.
You're of the opinion that this dead star is headed towards the sun now.
Yes.
Based on your
cycles of what we see in ice cores throughout Antarctica and Greenland of a consistency.
How much time we have left based on that?
We're right in it right now.
So
very interesting how consciousness seems to rise at the same time that the sun starts to emit energy. And this gets into lost civilizations, what they knew. I actually believe that part of the function of the Great Pyramid of Giza and other structures was of balancing the energy of the Earth. They had understood that these cycles exist.
What if when he's talking about that smacking into the sun, what if that, y'all remember that video when the lady said there was a woman, I think it was a woman, who remembers seeing that flash before her world ended, and she said that she ended up in another life? What if that was the flash? He said we're in it. What if we was the ones who didn't get, what if we was in a different timeline, different dimension, another matrix, however you want to put it? What if we were the one, some of us, because me, I don't remember no flash. When he said we in it right now, what if we in the aftermath of that? And now we going through the pains, the growing pains of the new world, a new dimension. What if it's new because their matrix is falling apart because we all picking up on the same shit? The clip before that, he just talked about Vanguard, BlackRock, State Street. When's the last time we ever talked directly about those companies? Before I was in 2020, was the masses, was it that widespread that everyone was talking about those companies? Or were people using other words, other people, other terms, but not getting straight to it? Because now it feel like we getting straight to it. We like, okay, no, we getting closer and closer and closer to the truth. Or who lying about the truth, I should say. Am I lying? Y'all spam it up on y'all thoughts of that, but let me know.
All around you are spirits, child. They live in the earth, the water, the sky. If you listen, they will guide you.
Classic movie. Y'all know what that is.
Human error. That's the reason that they're saying that the 43 monkeys escaped the South Carolina research facility. The caretaker who was doing the routine cleaning and feeding failed to secure not one, but 2 separate doors. If you're unaware, 43 monkeys escaped a South Carolina research facility called AGI, and police are urging people to stay away from the monkeys, lock your windows and the doors. They're also asking the public to refrain from using drones because they're saying that it's startling the monkeys. Now, here's the kicker. This happened on Wednesday. They have caught one so far. And they're saying that a significant number of those on the loose are staying nearby, and they've actually been watching them play in the woods and jump back and forth over the fence between AGI and a wooded area right behind AGI. The crazy thing is, this happened to them in 2019, and they were able to secure all of the monkeys at that point within like 6 or 7 hours. But this time, no luck. The more time that passes, I just see this being set up as a movie that we've seen play out over and over again.
Thanks, bro.
I have not been so scared of a video in a very long time. Please do not watch this at night. I watched it at night, and that was a big mistake. I was then terrified when I was going to bed and wanted to keep the light on because I was so scared, and it was like replaying in my brain. I refuse to listen to it again. I claim no energy from this, and please say that before you watch it. P.S. The person who posted this apparently just vanished from the internet. Their account is gone. So I cannot tag them, and we cannot ask any questions. I first assumed it was a mimic because she said that it sounded like her mom from the other side of the door. But it didn't really sound like stuff her mom would say, but it sounded like her mom's voice. So I was like, oh, mimic. Whew. It is not a mimic. It is something way darker than that. I am not listening to it again. I'm going to like mute my phone while I'm putting this on for you because I don't want to hear it again. But you've been warned. Let me know what you think if you're brave enough to watch it.
This rock supposedly contains red mercury inside of it, and it was found in Egypt, and it can do strange things. This, for example, is what the man is going to experiment right now with a water bottle. When he approaches the rock, see what happens. Coca-Cola, and this is what happens. Check this out. Now, red mercury is supposedly a substance that does not exist. It was technically used in the 40s to produce atomic bombs or something like that. Check this out. However, it was never proved that it existed. There's a lot to know about red mercury. There's a lot of videos going on, and if you'd like to know more, leave a like for part 2 and I'll explain everything.
Is totally random, but they Dasani water bottles look way different than ours. That's a 2022, but why? Now this might be a crazy question, but to me the question that's not asked is the dumbest question. So my question to anybody who can enlighten me: why can't he touch that? He every time he touches it, he had gloves on with the big ass object. The smaller one he had to use look like cotton or something that he's using to not touch it. What happens if he touches it with his bare hands? Now that's my question. I'm completely lost on that clip. Can y'all enlighten me, please?
Somebody please tell me why the sun is shining and going down right there. Full sun, right? Now, if the moon was right there, Why can't you see the whole moon? How is the Earth blocking the sun from the moon over there? Moon, sun, moon, full sun, half moon. What's the explanation? Anybody know?
What's the explanation? Do anybody know? To those who, I'm interested in hearing anybody's explanation on that one, because I can't even answer it. Shit crazy to me. I just like to say they lie about so much shit. I say this all the time. They lie about so much shit, you gotta question everything. When you look up, you gotta look up all the time. You gotta question the clouds. You gotta question how shit growing. You gotta question the shit they spraying in the sky. Shit they teach us in school. Why they didn't teach this in school, bro? It's so much. They lie about so much. But let me know how y'all feeling. How was today's lineup? Did y'all like it? Did y'all not? But I know y'all hate this part of the video. But we made it to the end of this. And if you haven't already, please like, comment, subscribe. Hit that bell so you always notified whenever we drop them uploads. Y'all know we coming with about 4 videos every smooth 7. And this is for entertainment purposes as well. And when you like and comment and subscribe to the channel, helps Collective grow, helps Collective get bigger, helps more people who like this type of content tap in with this content. And I did see some of y'all say y'all watch it on y'all TV. So I appreciate you as well. I know it's hard to like, comment, or subscribe from the TV. I know. I get it. I got moments where I'm sitting there doing something and I'm watching the channel. I'm like, damn, I want to subscribe, but I'm doing something, or I don't feel like doing it because it's not as convenient as my phone or something like that. But I appreciate everybody, man. I love all y'all. I hope y'all having a smooth 7. And until I see y'all in the next one, y'all know what it is. We gone.
I just check my count. Sheesh. At the